May profits be upon you. Welcome to another weekly Forex forecast. You are trading with RT Money, and I'm happy that you stopped by. Thank you for tuning in. Uh, uh, make sure if you make sure you stay to the end of the video. First of all, make sure that you check the comment section throughout the week because I drop updates all the time. I drop them on a daily basis in the comment section of this video. So make sure you revisit this video, or subscribe to the channel and make sure that you receive notifications directly as soon as I drop an update. Okay. Also, uh, leave a comment about a question. If you have a market that you want me to check out and analyze, just make sure you leave it in the comment section. And do not be shy about hitting a like or subscribe. All right. Do not be shy to share. Share it with your friends. Okay, I'm done now. We're looking at the US dollar index. This is a funky market. All right. You'll see why. I'm looking at the monthly. Throughout the month, you can see up until this candle here on in April, we had a breakout. Finally, a breakout to the upside. All right, in this leg of structure from this low, from this low to this high, in that leg of structure, we can see the trading range. What am I looking for? I'm looking for price to come back down below that 50%, the 50% of this trading range to discount as opposed to premium. I'm looking for price to go to discount so I can start looking for longs. I'm looking for price to when it comes into premium, I want to look for shorts. That's the areas that you want to look for those things, right? So what do we have here? Price is moving sideways, right? All right, peaks above it, peaks above this consolidation here. Some people call that a fake out. All right, but it came back in within the range. All right, failed to go higher than this high, this swing high, and you see these bearish candles. All right, what I want you to take good notice is that it created a bearish fair value gap here, a monthly bearish fair value gap. All right, and that is usually an indication that price is intending to go lower. Okay, and uh, how it uses these fair value gaps is it'll push back after taking out a swing low like this one, push back up into that fair value gap, and then continue lower to take out the next swing low. Got it? That's what I'm looking for. All right. If we go to the weekly, you can see week after week, we've been going down for a month, but we're not closing below that low. We're not closing below that low except for this month. If we if price continues the way it is, it'll give us a close below, a candle body close below that low. That's what we want to see, which would give us that price is intending to go lower, even though it may pull up. All right, even though it may pull up, the intent is for lower prices. You understand? It has to pull up because it just took out a low, took out a lot of liquidity below that low, a lot of sell side liquidity, and when that happens, price goes, that's an external target. Price goes internal to a fair value gap. All right. Now, where are we at? We're on the weekly. All right. The weekly has its own fair value gaps, right? Right here. This is a weekly fair value gap here, a weekly bearish fair value gap. And you can see that price has already traded into that weekly fair value gap. And from there, it sought lower prices. This is a weekly fair value gap nested within a monthly, right? We can get rid of that monthly now. All right. And price acted accordingly. If we go to the daily, come on, man. All right. If we go to the daily, can price pull back into that daily? It certainly could, but it's already come down this far. All right, it's already come down this far. All right, if it pulls back into this because it has already been tested, I don't look at it. I don't look at it as a strong a strong or dependable fair value gap now. What I do see on this daily chart is a daily fair value gap. All right. If I can just, there you go. If I this is, you know, within that monthly bearish fair value gap, it is above these highs. If price does come back up here, I'm looking for price to turn around once it gets here, but it's got to get there first. So what does that mean? A slightly stronger US dollar index, a US dollar. All right. You see how it's been respecting this volume imbalance here? All right. It's come up and tested. We didn't get a close above it. Not yet. We haven't gotten that close yet. I'm thinking that price, because it has swept all of this sell side liquidity, particularly on Friday's close, uh, it doesn't have any reason to keep going lower other than to hit this swing low here. That's a far off target, in my opinion. I think that after this important swing low, we're probably going to see a retracement. Yeah, we got a slight retracement here, but that's not a righteous one. A righteous one would be past 38%. If you use your Fibonacci retracement tool, we're looking to see price take out these lows. I mean, take out these highs, because it's seeking internal liquidity. All right. There is no bearish fair value gaps for liquidity to come and get. It's all of that's done. So this will be these highs here, 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 here. Those are low liquidity, low resistance liquidity. I'm thinking we'll see price push higher to that internal liquidity point before it resumes its bearish trek. Okay, so this will be the high, the previous weekly high that I think will be price will be heading towards, and we'll see how the rest of the week goes. I'm hoping that we get a bullish setup before Wednesday gets here, so I can take that high out, so we can ride that till it takes that high out, and maybe this high. I just want that setup to come before Wednesday, between now and Wednesday. Okay, now if we go to the euro is the inverse of the US dollar index. And you see that green line there? It made a lower high. All right. Let's go back to the US dollar index. It made a lower low. That's not supposed to be. If the US dollar makes a lower low, the euro, being the inverse of this market, it should make a higher high. It didn't. This is indicating weakness to me, and that if even though the euro is bullish, you see how it's making these higher lows. All right. I don't think we're going much higher from here. I'm thinking that price is going to start to roll over. It may take out this high, it may take out that buy side liquidity before doing so. And I think there's a fair chance of that happening before it comes towards this low. All right. I'm looking for price to go from this external target to an internal target. All right. It may, being that this bullish fair value gap has already been tapped already. I think that it may take out this low resistance liquidity until it reaches down into an area of fair value. We may see a nice pullback as the US dollar may be strengthening. It may show some strength this week, and the euro will show just the opposite. All right. We might be on pullback watch. That's what I'm saying. All right. Pullback watch. If we go to the pound was stronger than the euro. All right. Making higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, leaving a weekly fair value gap here. All right. If I can just mark these things properly, it'd be easy to read. All right. We got a bullish fair value gap here. And we took out this old high way over here. Took out this swing high, right? That old high there is great. We took some buy side liquidity. I'm looking for a price to come back to an internal target. So again, we're on pullback watch, and I think this weekly fair value gap may be the target. If we look at it on the daily, you can see how we showed some hesitation over here once we took out this that buy side liquidity. Maybe we sweep higher and then pull back for the internal liquidity target. All right, back in the area of this weekly fair value gap. All right, so that's what I'm looking for. We may see it in this area here. Maybe price takes out this low for an offering of fair value. Maybe we mitigate this order block, and then we can start looking towards higher prices. That's what I'm looking for. All right. If we look at the Aussie's been a pretty dependable, pretty decent price action. You see how it made this double top. A lot of people say, "Oh, we need to take shorts." No, I don't believe that. I believe that price took this, uh, took this. Come on, man, took this high out, swept that high for liquidity. Didn't give a strong close, a strong candle body close above that high, retraced as it does because it had, if it's not going to show a strong candle body close above a swing high, that means it has unfinished business at lower prices. What did it do? This leg of structure, you looking for it to come back to at least the 50% for a or lower for the buy sell side liquidity, but an internal liquidity target, because it already took out this external liquidity target. And what did it do? It come back to a fair value gap and pushed higher. All right, that's as simple as that. What did it do here? When it got past that swing high, pull back. See that bearish candle there? All right. The question is, it took out that that old high. I'm looking for it to come back down into this uh weekly fair value gap and find support and push higher. Okay, easy enough. If we go to the New Zealand dollar, you see that old high? That's an important high. See how strong it is. It pushed higher. The low was protected, and then continued high from this low. This is a strong low because it's leading to a multiple test, and I believe this it should lead to a higher high eventually. However, right now, because price took out this swing high, you see how it pulled back into an internal target. There was a very thin, was it? Was it there? All right, if we go to the weekly, that's probably more obvious there. Yeah, there it is. All right, pulled into formed this weekly fair value gap. I believe that's going to hold price should price come back and revisit it. All right, and we have a trading through that swing high. That's indicating strength. It's not just a sweep of liquidity. So I'm looking for price to come back down and then go higher. All right, we may see price take out this high. All right, take out this high, sweep that liquidity, and then come back, uh, which is an external target. Then come back into the internal target. If price creates a fair value gap between here and there, I'm looking for price to find its support there and then continue higher. That would be the internal target, and I'm looking forward to seek a higher external target after that. So, what am I expecting for the week? A sweep and then a pullback. We're on pullback watch in the majors. We go to the CAD. We go to the CAD here. You can see price is already in a weekly fair value gap. Look at that. From here to here, we're in a weekly fair value gap, and there's another one right below that. Right here, right here. All right. As price moves up, you see the respect of this candle, this rejection candle, rejection wick here. All right, you see the respect. I'm looking for price to fill that wick. All right, but will it fill it from this weekly fair value gap? We're on the weekly time frame. Will it fill it from here? That's a hard question to answer. All right. But I think there is some vulnerability to this low of this candle. All right. There's some vulnerability here. If price should close below that low, I'm looking for price to continue higher from the fair value gap below it, the weekly fair value gap below it. Now, can we find a daily fair value gap in which we can see price push higher? Aha. What we have is a volume imbalance. All right. Uh, I didn't even draw it yet. I already. All right. Here we go. Frequently, I don't base trades on volume imbalances, but frequently what you see is price hit that and show respect to these volume imbalances, especially if they're well placed, like within the if it's a discount array. You understand? If it's in the discount area of the trading range, then I'm looking for price to possibly bounce from here, or hold here and form a buying a buy setup. Okay, so we have to watch this line right there, because that's the back end of a bearish fair value gap that could form. Price could come down here and close here and give us a bearish fair value gap. It goes up, and it might indicate that price wants to go lower if it forms a bearish fair value gap. All right. If price comes down here, wicks down, and invalidates this fair value gap, the formation of a bearish fair value gap, if it bounces all the way up to the low of this candle, then that invalidates the bearish fair value gap, and that could indicate prices probably going to go up. So we are already uh, in a weak CAD. All right. If the U.S. dollar gains strength, uh, it's probably going to continue to go down. We'll see what it does when it reaches this volume imbalance. All right, but I'm looking for price to go lower. I'm looking for a formation of a bearish fair value gap, and I will take a short uh, uh, for lower prices down to uh, towards this low. That's what I'm looking out for it. I'm gonna see how it goes come this Monday and Tuesday. All right. If we go down to the Swiss, uh, if we go to the weekly, you can see it's been pretty strong until it got here. All right. We butted up. Yeah, we swept that high. We swept that high for buy side liquidity, but we haven't gotten a close yet. All right. And price did come back down here, test the bullish fair value gap, and you can see that it found its footing, and we could be heading towards higher prices. This is the Swiss now. This is a Swiss franc going on the weekly. Could price take out that high? Yes, it could. Could we see lower prices beyond that, or higher prices? Well, if we look to the weekly, we got to look for those clues. You can see that it's been choppy and it's been moving sideways. All right. Are we forming bullish fair value gaps? No, we're not. All right. This is a market, because it's so choppy, it can turn the other way at any time. This is not the market I want to be playing in, to be honest with you. All right. Not the one I would recommend. Yeah. This bullish fair value gap has been tested already. All right. Boom. All right. There's nothing else to look at as far as the direction and order flow. So we got to wait till we see something. All right. If we see price break that high with a wick like this, if we see a wick break that high, we know that price wants to probably has unfinished business lower. So that's what I'll be looking for. All right. That price will probably want to go for lower prices. We'll see that Monday or Tuesday. If it starts forming bullish fair value gaps and we start seeing expansion to the upside, that's a whole different matter. And then I'll be looking for bullish setups. Okay. The yen, uh man. This is going to take some time. I'll do a separate yen video. Make sure you like and subscribe. May profits be upon you. Be careful next week. Thank you.